Erica here, and I'm here today with my Genrethon TBR. If you do not already know, Genrethon is a readathon taking place from April 10th to April 17th. It's hosted by 4 really wonderful ladies, Joss, Kristyn, Lauren, and Brittany, whose channels I will link below. And the goal is to read at least three different books from 3 different genres. Of course, you can read as many as you want. And I have selected 6 books from 6 different genres with the aim of just finishing 3 next week, but maybe I'll get to a couple more. I'm not sure yet. For my first genre, I chose nonfiction, and I'm planning on reading A Room of One's Own by Virginia Woolf. This is also the Feminist Orchestra's book club pick of this month, so I'm very excited to get to it. I have read To the Lighthouse and Mrs. Dalloway, but I have unfortunately never read this, which is an essay about how female writers in particular, but women, need space, their own spaces where they can work and kind of live their lives. So, really excited to get to this. For the next genre, I picked fantasy, and for that I picked up Catherine M. Valente's Six Gun Snow White. This is a tiny little novella about Snow White, but it's a Western fantasy retelling. And I love Catherine M. Valente, so I'm really excited to read this. I've been putting it off for a while just because it's hard to read so much Catherine M. Valente back to back because her writing's too much, in a good way. But I'm hoping to get to this as well. For the short story genre, I'm picking up Alice Munro's Runaway. This will be my 4th Alice Munro collection, and I'm really excited to get to this one. So, for those of you who don't know, Alice Munro is a Canadian author who primarily writes short stories, and I adore her, and I can't wait to read this. Of course, I had to pick something from the graphic novel genre, and I am pretty positive that I'll definitely at least finish this one, and I picked up Giant Days. This is by John Allison and others. Let's see. I should know this before I start filming. It's created and written by John Allison, illustrated by Lissa Tremaine, colorings by Whitney Koger, letters are by Jim Campbell, and the cover art was also by Lissa Tremaine. So, this is, I think it's a young adult graphic novel, and it's about 3 characters who go away to college for the first time and are just trying to get through being away from home for the first time. I've heard really good things about this, and I'm interested to see how I feel about it. For the classics genre, I would like to read Cannery Row by John Steinbeck. It's the last of John Steinbeck's short novels in this collection that I have not yet read, and I would really like to say that I have read all of this. So, from what I understand, Cannery Row is pretty standard John Steinbeck. I know it's a lot of people's favorites of his, and it's about people living in a town in Monterey, California, and just trying to survive. So, from what I understand, Cannery Row is not very plot-driven. It's more kind of a character and time and place study. So, I'm really interested in that. It's not terribly long. Let's see. It is this much of this book, so I should be able to get through that. And then lastly, I have the science fiction genre, and for that I'm just hoping to finish the book I'm currently reading, which is Illuminae by Amy Kaufman and Jay Kristoff. And this is a science fiction story that was nominated for the BookTube SFF Awards in the young adult novel category, and I don't read a lot of young adult, and I certainly don't read a lot of young adult sci-fi, so this has been interesting. I have about 100 pages to go, and it's very action-packed. It's the story of 2 teenagers, Ezra and Katie, whose home planet is invaded, and they find themselves in the middle of space in the midst of a war. There's also this crazy virus going around that's turning people insane, and there's an AI who has lost his damn mind, and so it's fun. I'm enjoying it. It's quite a chunker, but I think I can finish this week too. So that is all I have planned for Genrethon. If you are participating, please let me know down in the comments, and if you've made a TBR video, I would love to go watch it. And I will be back with a wrap-up at some point, and I hope you all are having a lovely day. Adios.